So I don't think it's a mystery. I love cruising. I love so many things about cruising. I think it is the best vacation option for most people. It's great value for the money. There is a lot of things that you can do and see on cruise ships. It's very inclusive. There's a lot of diversity on cruise ships. And even for people who have, say, body image issues, if you're overweight, if you don't feel good in your skin, cruising is a very accepted vacation option. You can go and be around a lot of different people, and it may minimize some of those body image feelings that you have. However, on my last cruise, I had something happen in the main dining room that made me wonder, are bald men being called out on cruises? A bald man story time. Yeah, you don't, no hair required for this one. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. I am your host, Joe Rogan. That's a play on the Joe Rogan, world's most popular podcaster. I'm your host today, Joe Rogan, here to talk to you about bald men issues. And before you wear your little nubby fingers out in the comments going, Tony, what do you know about bald men issues? You got a head full of hair. Well, guess what? I'm going bald. Take a look at this. See all this? That's right. There used to be hair on the crown of my head, and it is going away, and I am vain enough about it that I've been trying a topical hair thing, the similar to Rogaine, to see if we can save some of them hairs. And I think this is a topic that isn't talked about a lot, but losing your hair as a man is a big deal. The male psyche is simple and complex at the same time. There's a few things that make us feel like men, being wanted by our partner, being wanted in a physical way by our partner. It plays a lot in our minds. Having a full head of hair plays a lot in our mind. Being seen, being valued, being respected, all of those things play into the male psyche. And while we may put on a strong front and we don't want to let you know that we're struggling with self-esteem issues, a lot of dudes are. A lot of dudes are, and one of the topics that comes up in cruising a lot are men wearing hats on cruise ships and men wearing hats in the main dining room on cruise ships. And everybody jumps through all these hoops to try to explain why men are wearing hats in the main dining room, why they should be. It comes down to this. Bald men who are balding, they like to wear hats because it lessens the trauma of the hair loss. It may not be rational, it may not make sense, but there's a lot of things human beings do to feel better about themselves from an esteem perspective, whether it's the clothes that you wear, whether it's the undergarments that you wear, whether it's anything that makes you feel better about your body image. Human beings are into it. So I don't think that we should be dismissive of balding men or bald men who wear hats so that they can feel better about their self-image, so that they can prop up their self-esteem. Certainly a hat has a lot of utilitarian uses. Keep the rain off your head, the sun out of your face, the wind away from your coif. But I think we also need to add to that list of utilitarian uses using a hat to cover up your balding dome. And look, I probably shouldn't do it, but shoot, let's go off on a tangent. Let's talk about this. What is the deal with full head of hair actors playing bald? Mike Myers, I'm looking at you. Dr. Evil, really? You couldn't have found a bald actor to play Dr. Evil? You could have spent $1 million. Also, I mean, you can imagine Yul Brynner rolling over in his grave going, look, do you see how shiny my head was in The King and I? Telly Savalas, like, I had to consume 1 million lollipops to take away from my dome. Yeah, baby. I hadn't thought much about it until my cruise on the Carnival Spirit. And the first night we were in the main dining room, and there were several people wearing hats, baseball caps in the main dining room. And that's an observation I would not have made had it not been for a catalyst moment from the maitre d' in the main dining room on the Carnival Spirit when he made an announcement and said very plainly, look, There are no baseball hats allowed in the main dining room. Once that announcement came, I looked around the room and there was a handful, a scattering of gentlemen wearing baseball hats. Now, I've seen this debate play out in cruising communities and forums and all that. A lot of times there is some jumping through the hoops. Well, this guy served in the military. He should be able to wear his hat. Who cares what other people wear in the main dining room? I think simply this is a bald man issue. And interestingly, if you want to wear a hat in the main dining room, it can be just about any other hat except a baseball hat. Like, you know, you can wear a fedora, or you can wear a sombrero, or you can wear a Santa hat. You just cannot wear a baseball hat in the main dining room on Carnival Cruise Line. And look, could we please be fair about these rules for the main dining room? It's a double standard. They're not doing any kind of Spanx check or makeup check at the main dining room. So why are they trying to limit men in their ability to feel good about their body image? Selfishly, I hope this makes you a little more empathetic toward the plight of the balding. I feel like many of you know me well enough to know that I'm half serious and half fooling. But for those of you that are new here, I do want to highlight this issue about why men may be wearing hats as adults. But at the same time, you know, it is a thing in cruising to have this debate about whether hats are okay in the main dining room. And to be fair, I can't speak for all men, so I would love to kick it over to you, male, female, whoever you are. What do you think? Why do men wear hats? Is it appropriate? Is it not appropriate? Do we care about the male body image problems? Or should we just suck it up and take off our hats and just be happy bald? I don't know. That's the question for the comments today. Leave a comment below. Either way, thank you so much for checking out this episode today. And my appeal would be this: whether you have a full head of hair, whether you're bald as an eagle, please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that more people watch these videos and I can keep buying the generic Rogaine for my hair. I'm trying to hold it all together here. This is Tony for La Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.